What's up, Tacos family? Welcome back to our virtual mode here as we are going to phase into our Friday activity, which is going to be Taco About It Friday. Yes, that's right. Today I have your questions and I will answer them to the best of my ability. They will be about myself, about what my summer was like, about this or that, and then some things for you to head into your school year so that you could be successful and be patient with everybody, because right now that's what this world needs. So stay tuned and we'll have fun answering all these questions. So here we go! So like I said, today's kind of going to be a throwback to what we did with our talking points in the beginning of our virtual program. Only today we're going to be calling it Taco-Bout It Fridays. So on Fridays we're going to start to have questions that you guys can send to me and questions that we can answer as a group, and then hopefully discuss as we build upon what we're doing right now with some of our groups, sometimes in Zoom sessions that we'll create. But right now we're just going to start with this video and answer some questions. Today I have some questions that are going to be what's been new with you, so what's been new with me over the course of summer and what we're doing in the fall. Then we're going to have some questions that are going to be this or that, so between two things, and we're going to see what I answer to those. And then the final questions are going to be some of the best practices going into this school year that you should have at your home, in your class, or with your teachers, and how we can best move forward with grace and with patience for everyone in this situation, because it's brand new. So let's get right into it with our questions for today. So the first question I have today is a what's new with you question, and it is, how was your summer? So my summer was pretty great. I was able to do some awesome things with my family. I was able to do some awesome things with my brother. And I was able to get out and do a bunch of awesome things outside. So I was able to go on hikes, able to go up north, able to go biking. I bought a bike rack for my back of the car so I could take my bike wherever I wanted to go, and I fully used it to my advantage. Something else that some of you guys might know if you've seen me over the course of the summer, or if we've been with each other making sandwiches or something like that, I have a really cool life update to share with you all. So this summer, I got engaged. I got engaged to my longtime girlfriend, Grace, and we went up to Marquette in June, and I proposed to her out on Black Rocks, which is a really cool area in Marquette, and it was all along the water, and it was beautiful in the morning. And so now we are in the phase of planning for our future together and planning a wedding, and it's been a lot of fun, and there's a lot of planning to do, so that is something that I'll be up to from now until later, and hopefully into the next year when we can have a wedding that everybody can be invited to, and hopefully everything is behind us at that time. But yeah, that is something that has been up in my life. I got engaged, so I hope you had a great summer as well. I hope you are excited to get back into the swing of things with something that you're going to be doing with school, and I hope it's great for you. So that's the first question that we have today. The second question is, Wade, what's been keeping you busy? Well, I think I can answer this with saying that you guys have been keeping me busy. I've been trying my best to see what we can do to make this program even better come this fall months. So I'm excited that we are able to create this program so that we can connect better, and that I've been able to connect with you, and that's pretty much how I've been keeping busy. I've been keeping busy making these videos so that we can stay connected and to figure out the best ways that we can move forward with our program. So I hope you guys have been keeping busy, because I know it might be hard during this time to stay busy with some things that are not happening, some things that you've had to adjust to, but I hope you too have been keeping busy. So those are the questions today about what's new with me, and I hope there's been a few things that are new with you, and I look forward. If you have anything you'd like to share with me, please do so. Let's move on to our next questions. So our next questions are going to be either this or that. So for the first one, this is a fun question that we have. It's one that I am very set on for my answer, and that is, do you like DC or do you like Marvel? The answer to me is very clear. I am a Marvel guy. There's no way you can ever say that Aquaman is something that is better than anything that Marvel has been producing. I love Marvel. I love the Avengers. They are always something that I watch. I watch them all the time. Every time I watch Endgame, I cry. Every time I watch any of the movies, I'm just such in awe. And the Avengers inspire me. So I am definitely on this side with Marvel rather than on DC, where I don't really care about DC. DC is not doing that great compared to what Marvel has been up to. So I love Marvel. and I will always be a Marvel person over DC. So I don't know how that will sway with what you think or what you are with, but I know some of you guys are with me on Marvel because we've had conversations that reflect this. So that's my answer for that this or that question. The next question is one that I had experienced when I was in high school. It was, what color is the dress? Now this is kind of a throwback one, but you'll see here with this picture, this is a dress that was very controversial back in like 2014. It was a dress that people were either saying that they see blue and black or white and gold. So the question is, what color do you see? To me, this dress is clearly black and blue, and it has always been black and blue for me. For some people, it is white and gold. Now, how? I have no clue. It's always been black and blue for me. And some people have been flip-flop and going back and forth. This is something that if you look into it, there might be some research on the way that you're feeling, might change the colors or the way that your eyes are something, but this is wild, and it has always been black and blue for me. I don't know what it is for you. You can let me know in the comments. We'll see if there's anything new that has come of this picture over the course of the years, but for this or that, I see black and blue. Now let's move on to our next questions, which are going to be some of the best practices that you can have moving into this school year. So the first question is, what would you do if you were in virtual school? Now, something that you all are experiencing, whether you're online at home, whether you're at school live and in person with your teachers, or whether you're doing a mix of both programs, this is something that no one has ever had to deal with in school. When I was in school, nothing like this happened. This is the first pandemic in our generation, and many generations, that we have to deal with it and we have to adjust the way that we're learning. So one way that we're doing this is through the virtual school programming. Now, if I was in this situation, it would be very hard for me to try to understand where I need to be coming from, where teachers need to be coming from, and where my family needs to be coming from. And I'm sure you guys are experiencing some of these same concerns where you're mad at a teacher for the way that they're going about their schedule. You're mad at your parents for the way that they're making you go through schoolwork or how you have to be done. And it's hard for you to also manage your time on what you need to do. And you might be missing some things because it's virtual and not in person, where you'd be getting this information from your teacher. And it's all a lot. It's crazy. So I think if I were in your situation, if I was going through virtual school, I would remember to have patience and to have grace for everybody in any situation. And to remember that this is the first time people are going through this. Even though teachers and schools had time to prepare for this over the course of the entire summer, the whole pandemic has been changing throughout the entire summer, and no one could really have a plan put in place until they really know what's going on, and we still don't really know some of the things with this virus. So I would try to remind myself to have patience for my teachers, and have patience for my family, and to have patience for myself, and to give myself grace, and to understand that I can always take a step back and to breathe, because this is something that's going to happen, and we're going to have to go through it, and it's going to get better. But we have to have these steps. We have to keep following our rules, and we have to keep taking steps forward in order for this to get better. So that's what I would say for that question, is to have patience and grace for everybody in the situation. The next question that is kind of in the same activity comes from you guys. It is, what is some advice you would have for students who are missing out on school activities? So something with middle schoolers and high schoolers is it is a time in your life where you're constantly doing things. You're playing sports, you're involved in clubs, there's homecoming, there's prom, there's all these things. There's your final seasons as a senior, and some of you are missing out on those opportunities right now. And I would like to take the time to say that I am so sorry that you don't get to do these activities, that you don't get to have these experiences. Because in your young life, these are some of the most important steps in your life, and they will be memories that you'll have forever. I definitely had a great time when I was in high school. I had a lot of things going on. I was involved in a lot of sports and clubs and band. I was the prom king. So these are all things that I have and can reflect on for the rest of my life. They're all memories that I can go back to. But the one thing I would think that I would remind you of is that even though middle school and high school seems to be everything in your life right now, your life is going to move on, and you're going to have bigger and better things than what you have in school right now. Not to say that you should just throw everything out in your high school life. You should live it up, have fun, do it safely, but things will get back to normal. As I said before, you have to go through this phase right now where we have to fight the virus and we have to follow the rules. And right now, it's going to not be the best situation for us to get back involved. But there are things that you will do that you will remember. You'll remember the process of being one of the people in school during the pandemic, and that'll be a memory in its own. But things are going to be brighter on the other side. Things are going to be better for you in the future. And just remember that we have to get through this. So if there's some advice that I would say in missing out on school activities is, yeah, it's going to suck. It really does. And everybody feels for you, and we're here for you. But remember that if we get out of this, better things are yet to come. So those are the questions that we have for you today. Continue to send in questions. I love to hear from you guys. If you have any answers, you can comment on any of the platforms that you have that we are seeing this. If you can comment on the YouTube video, you can send me text messages and we can have conversations about this. I might, in a few weeks, we're going to try to work out how we can maybe have group text to talk about all these questions and to maybe review some of the answers that I have for you. But I hope you take and have a lot of fun with this, talking about what you've done all over the course of the summer, whether you like DC or Marvel better, or what are you thinking about coming into this school year. But I hope today that you talk about it on this Friday and that you continue to have conversations with your friends, with your peers, and with your family about all the great things that we talked about today. So this is it for this week. I'm glad you tuned in with me for the first week of our fall virtual program. I hope you guys are enjoying the activities. We're going to keep it going and we're going to keep it active and live. And I'm here for you guys. So if you have anything that you want to talk about with me or anything, I am here and willing to make this the best program that we can have for you in the fall. So everybody have a great Friday. I will see you later next week with some Monday motivation and getting back into an awesome rhythm for the fall. So have a good weekend and have a great Friday, and remember to talk about it with your friends. So see you later, everybody.